Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I've got a great story for you today. Dr. Disrespect selling NFTs to crowdfund a game he wants to make. Now, all I've done on this channel is slam NFTs in all my previous videos, so this may be a shock to you. But here is one that is potentially getting a thumbs up from me. Let me explain before you lose your mind, like his community did, okay? Dr. Disrespect announcing Midnight Society. It's a game studio. He wants to make a game. He's going to sell NFTs to fund it. His community does not like it. Dr. Disrespect responds to the backlash, calls game Project Moon, and he went and addressed it. He goes, listen, let me explain what's happening. I'll explain it to you too. But first of all, let me just dig in what's happening here. Dr. Disrespect, you must know, a famous Twitch streamer now on YouTube, got kicked out of Twitch for reasons unknown to us still, but he wants to sell 10,000 NFTs, $50 a piece. He wants to raise $500,000 to fund a game he wants to make. But he's not making this game alone. Now, Dr. Disrespect actually worked at Call of Duty. He was a level designer, so he knows a thing or two about level design in gaming, and obviously he games for a living. He has experience in the field, but he's not doing it alone because he's teaming up with Call of Duty creative strategist Robert Bowling and Halo 5 multiplayer designer Quinn Del Hoyo. So definitely some big names he's teaming up with, not going it alone. I like it, as opposed to this garbage. If you don't know who Pixelmon is, 21-year-old kid, no gaming experience at all, sells his pixelated images, raises $70 million. You want to just catch up on what's happening here quickly. Disaster, absolute disaster. These were selling for $3,000. Now they're selling for $500, $649, to $423. Horrible. Absolute disaster of a project, and we can all enjoy our Unity on Hedonist Unity. He's actually just went to the Unity store, grabbed assets, and sold them. Horrible example of NFTs, all right? Horrible example. Better example here. Let me explain why. So, if you're new to this channel, we follow the development of Star Citizen very closely. It's a project I've been involved with from the very beginning. And when it comes to crowdfunding to develop a game, Star Citizen crawled through the muck. So guys like Dr. Disrespect could possibly fly. So what is it that he's doing, and how is he doing it, and why is the community up in arms about it? And I gotta say, possibly wrongfully so. If there is a case use for NFTs, what he's doing here is something I can get behind. So let's take a look at what he's saying here. Let's go to, let's first read. As we focus on building this new PvP multiplayer first-person shooter, we're looking to leverage the collective strength of our Day Zero community to go hands-on during crucial early development milestones of the project. Now, the first thing they got to do is obviously raise the funds. It's expensive. You got to hire people. You need equipment. It's not free. So raising $500,000 is exactly what Star Citizen did in their early Kickstarter days, and they end up raising close to $6 million by the time that ended. So yes, right move here. To raise some money. What this does is it raises the funds you need, but also shows you how much interest there can be. So the idea to use NFTs is what's different here. And the NFTs are going to be these helmets here. And every helmet will have its own stats. They'll be unique. These are the NFTs you use. Now, that don't give you an advantage over other people in the game, but what they do get you is this. And we'll go to a blog post he made on the topic, how this all works. So, you enter the Midnight Society as a member of the clause, blah, blah, blah. Let's move down to what you get if you actually do fund the game. You get early access to download early game builds, just like Star Citizen does right now. You get voting rights to sit at the table with key designs, features of prioritization, blah, blah. Let me give you some insight what's going to happen over here. If you are an armchair game developer, no, your opinion is not that important, but they're giving you the option at least. And the Star Citizen kind of does the same thing, where there's early Evocati releases, where there's a small group of players go in, they test out certain things, they give their feedback to the developers, who then go change if they need to change and just shake things up to make things better. Essentially, it's as if you're working as free QA for a game, and this is going to be kind of the same thing. They may also give you a false choice. What I mean by false choice, Star Citizen does is also where they'll say, hey guys, what do you guys want? Do you want a new heavy fighter, or do you want a mining ship? And everyone will choose one or the other, but at the end of the day, they'll make both anyway. So it's kind of the same thing. I feel it's going to happen over there with the voting rights if you're an early backer of the game. And you get the unique visor cortex design. It's a one-of-a-kind tradable visor cortex. This is a custom visor design displayed on your variant helmet, which is unique to you. All 10,000 visor cortexes are unique and procedurally generated with traits of different rarities. And in the image over there, we see what they'll be. So yeah, I like that yellow, gold and black. Is yellow? It's black. It's gold. Yeah, I like that with the sword. So, for example, you go and you mint a helmet, or they give you a minted helmet, and it says +5 to melee, all right? And because you're a melee character, you love it, but you may also choose to sell it. The curious part, and the part which people are up in arms about, is the fact that it's an NFT, so it's going to be on the blockchain, as opposed to an internal database, like CSGO. CSGO skins, it's the exact same thing, except CSGO sells on Steam, it's on their own internal database, same thing. So basically they're doing that and going, we're just going to put it on the blockchain because this can be tradable later. Pros and cons, look, we've yet to see, and this is what Ubisoft did. Ubisoft basically put out these NFTs, which you get from their game, which are in a blockchain instead of an internal database. And it's the same thing, really. And I like the fact that Ubisoft is actually experimenting with this. Much better than what these clowns are doing again. So there's a lot of hate towards it because people, when they think NFTs, what do they think? They think like some pixelated garbage, some weird image which sold for $60 million for no reason at all. There's a lot of scams. There are a lot of rug pulls in the NFT marketplace. But in this particular case, I like it. I like to see where this goes. And let's just go to a recent video that Dr. Disrespect put up on the topic here. Let's just listen for a second what you say about it.
The Midnight Society community is going to really get behind and get excited for is being involved at all stages of the development of this game. I mean, a very transparent approach to game development.
Exactly the same thing that crowdfunding game Star Citizen has done. They want people involved from the very beginning, just to be involved with the development, financially or otherwise.
And that's what we're creating here.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, in regards to NFTs, you don't have to have NFTs to play the game. It doesn't change your experience of the game once it releases, and it'll continue to be free to play.
All right, so I want to hit on that. Buying or getting into the first 10,000 of these NFTs is not going to improve or give you kind of any advantage. You're just getting the helmet, right? This is what you're getting. This thing over here. Can I zoom that? Yes, we can. And there'll be stats on that. But playing the game, you'll get the same stuff anyways. But what this gives you is the early access and the notoriety of being one of the early backers in this project. This is what he's banking upon. Now, whether or not this game succeeds in the long run, we don't know. This may fail in 5 years. It may fail in 2 years. It might not get off the ground at all, but it will get off the ground. And the thing is, being an NFT, if the game... I'm just thinking out loud here. If the game eventually fails as a game, but there's still some value to have been part of an early backer of a project of Dr. Disrespect, who's still going to be a famous character, there may be value to that NFT still after that. So, like I said, of all the NFT projects I've seen in regard to gaming, when compared to something like that, I like where he's going with this one so far. So yeah, I know this might be as a shocking surprise to many of you. Probably came here wanting to hear me slam the NFTs on this, but in this particular case, like I said, I like what they're doing with it. And I gotta be honest, if NFTs existed back in 2012 when Star Citizen funded, I would have been happier to actually buy something which had the potential to increase in value if the game succeeded. Now, the people who backed Star Citizen did so because it's a passion project, they want to play the game. But imagine you backed back in 2012 and you bought a ship, which was an NFT, which was rare and the value of that increased as the game progressed and got more popular, I'd be all over that. So yes, sorry to disappoint those of you who came here to hear me slam NFTs. In this particular case, I like it. I like the experiment, and I'm curious to see where this goes. With that, let's wrap up this video. I want to know your thoughts below. What do you think of this project compared to what else we've seen out there, okay? Post below if you enjoy my content. As always, give me a thumbs up. Your comments appreciated. Subscribe for more on this as we will track it. I'll catch you in the next one.